There. I'm gonna put this in the general, see if in the commons. That's not even a link. YouTubes. Oh, we're live. All right, I'm an idiot. I've probably given away my social on stream. Okay, so yeah, more on Mondays. We're gonna try to do this every Monday. We were gonna do it at 5 because that's when Wizard Wednesday is. But if we find out that too many people in the cult are busy, then we can go ahead and move that to 6 or something like that. Anyways, so live. All right, I'm an idiot. I've probably given away my social on stream. Okay, so it's on Moron Capital Global is the channel. All right, let me pull up the deck. Can everyone? Oh, I see what you're saying. I got to stream on Discord. It's on YouTube right now, but I will pull it up so everyone in here can see it. All right. I'm not going to be able to see you all because my computer gets messed up when I do 2 monitors when I present. So let me know if you can see the presentation. All right. Sweet. And could you turn the bot off in case it's like blasting people right now? All right, sweet. So this isn't a presentation, just a conversation. Anyone who wants to talk, unmute yourself, talk. Like I said, I can't see who's trying to talk though, so message in the comments or whatever. All right, so what is the Renaissance? What is the meme cult? What are we going to talk about today? Number 1, we're going to get in. All right, we're a meme cult. We make memes. We're a cult. That's it. We're going to get woke. Okay, legitimacy is the only currency that matters now. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to make not a DAO, because DAOs are stupid, but we're going to make a cult that creates and monetizes legitimacy. And you can read this meme later. I'll post the deck. But basically, this little meme with Paris Hilton covers everything that I would have said if you listen to the rest of this pitch, whatever. All right, and then we're going to get hyped. So we've actually got some really fun stuff planned. Everyone in the Discord's been busting ass for the past couple weeks, trying to figure out the first big splash to make with the cults and figure out how to get more people involved, how to reward the community, and like I said, how to kickstart the flywheel of the Renaissance and our meme cult. So we're going to cover what we've done recently. We had the Wizard giveaway, which we're going to do the recap on that. We had 2 winners. The third, you guys suck at memes, so there wasn't a third winner. ETH Denver, we are going. Myself, Joe, James, and a couple other TBDs. I think Zay is going. So you should go. And if you're already going and you want to meet up with the Moron team, join the Moron team, learn more, whatever, yeah, we should grab a beer and bud together. ETH Denver, prepping for Q1 land sale. So what we're doing here, and we'll cover this as like the next steps at the end, we want to get treasury set to make sure that we are in line to get land when the Forgotten Runes has their land sale. Yo, who's okay, so yeah, Memesimus, ETH Denver. Oh, we're gonna make swag for that, so we'll talk about that. And then just a tip, teasers, we'll talk tokenomics. So yeah. Alright, what is the meme cult? It's not a DAO because DAOs are stupid. And we got the I think you should leave, Santa Claus, for anyone who's not watching, he says, "Fuck you, you suck," and he like shoots the DAO with a shotgun, because DAO governance is stupid. You have one token equaling one vote, and those tokens are highly liquid. So you can just go on Uniswap and you can buy all the votes. And that's like the dumbest fucking governance system ever. Could you imagine if like US dollars equated to votes? People could buy elections and that would be lead to like the worst fucking government ever if you could actually like buy elections. Imagine if that actually happened and how shitty the world would be. When token? Yes. Any questions so far? All right. So what is the Renaissance? If there's the meme cult, there's the Nosferatans, whatever. The Renaissance is the Renaissance itself. So you kind of mash up a Renaissance and morons, and we're celebrating the death of certitude because we are morons. And Renaissance, I mean, I didn't look it up, but it's basically like art, culture, and technology, Ouroboros self-sucking elephant type deal. And I think that's what we're doing. And so you're gonna learn if I mean, this is kind of the ethos that underpins everything that we do because, like I said, we are going to and get the Parmesan and the gabagool, and that, and then, yeah, so we have these ethoses that's kind of going to be the social layer zero that underpins everything that we do because you've got so many cash grab, whitelist bullshit DAOs, and I really do hate DAOs because it's just a horrible governance system, and it's become a meme that isn't very useful to actually building a Web3 organization. And so we want to foster a culture of learning, of not being certain, and relying on technology where possible to supplement kind of human governance. And so that underpins everything that we do. And if that's kind of the social contract, then our smart contract kind of enforcement of our cult will ultimately run better. And we'll be a positive community, help everyone get your shit together. And then when you do that, when you have everyone who's learning, helping each other get their shit together, then you can give back more. And so that'll be baked into the ethos of this renaissance of people who are open-minded, but also care about these things of like free speech, memes, whatever. We'll talk about that. So yeah, what is the meme cult in synopsis? It's a cult devoted to Nosferatu, which is the Forgotten Runes wizard, ultra rare, one of one, that we got from an immaculate memeception. So, I mean, you can make a whole frickin' cult out of it. We are, and yeah, we can share all that content with you, and that's what we intend to do over the next coming days, weeks, and months, is just to spread the gospel through memes. And so that's what we do. We do memes, wizards. We're nerds. We have content, memes, free speech, shit posts, subvert the Federal Reserve and reset the global economy, replacing the US dollar with a meme-backed currency governed by pseudonymous meme lord shit posters because reality is shit and, yeah, fuck that. And memes. So how does it work? It's community owned. The cult members meme Nosferatu. Nosferatu gains notoriety. Intellectual property grows more valuable. And then the cult collectively reaps the ever-growing value of Nosferatu's likeness as it becomes a cultural symbol greater than Pepe. For anyone who's too stupid to read, we have the picture book version. So this is super helpful for me. If someone doesn't have a wizard, they come in, they make Nosferatu memes. It does well. That in turn boosts the value of Nosferatu in all media, and also in merchandise. And that means that the revenue stream going back to Nosferatu goes back into the treasury, and it gets distributed back in the form of Schmeckles, DKP, other goodies, and then those can be used for people to earn their own wizards so that they can grow their own IP, which is then associated with Nosferatu because you have integrated lore and everything. Anyone want to riff on this? How it works? Again, I'm not giving a speech or something. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, how does it work? like that example, notorious wizards provide cash flow. So Nosferatu, I'll be donating that to the treasury to kickstart the flywheel, and everyone can make memes about Nosferatu, and everyone will benefit from his likeness being more infamous because those profits get put back into growing a more vibrant and robust wizard community. Kind of like Magus Wazir is a public good for us right now. Actually, I have a sticker of him on my laptop. Like, he is the most uh, legendary wizard right now, bar none. And that's because there's a great creative force behind him putting out so much content that his likeness is recognizable everywhere. And that means that it's gonna Magus Wazir will be in the show and the comics and all of that stuff. And anyone who owns a floor wizard at that point benefits because this badass, strong character that makes the universe believable is associated with the Forgotten Runes franchise. And we are all kind of franchisees, as dirty as that word kind of sounds, by being any wizard holder. And so every wizard holder benefits from a infamous one of one or well-lored wizard being their gospel being spread. And so that backs the treasury. The meme of Nosferatu starts the cash flow in and also the backing of the treasury. And then you have assets in the treasury. We want to bootstrap liquidity from the community, and we kind of need help on how do we do this without anyone thinking they're going to get rugged if we just have a treasury with a multi-sig, which is kind of the MVP that we're working with now. And this is, in the discussion part at the end when I get through this, that's kind of something that we could talk more about. But how do you bootstrap the money to make sure that you're going to have these rich fucks come in and funds sweep the floor of the Runeverse and then selling it back to us, and that would be pretty shitty. So we want the Runeverse to be land owned by us, by wizard holders, and so this meme cult can unionize, if you will, or assemble to pool the capital to buy the land, and we can write the rules of how that land is governed and distributed, used, etc. And so you can actually even get into that being an asset as the Runeverse in value, the value of land in the Runeverse appreciates, the assets in our treasury will appreciate, and you can borrow against it and other debt type strategies there. Or we could even turn it into a cash flow generating an asset because of rents and taxes and other things that you could do for activities taking place on that land. For instance, we could decide that we just be disgusting idiocracy and type dystopia in the city of memes where we just fucking billboard everything and make it the Trojan condom arena of death, and we have an NFT museum and stuff that is built on the plot. All sorts of directions we could go, but it's up to the community to build and decide, and that community will be rooted in that ethos we talked about, and the governance that is kind of forthcoming. Another thing that we can do is, or that we will do, is raise enough ether to get our own validating node, fold validating node, so that we can generate ether, yield of ether, and have that wealth, like that eternal wellspring of wealth flowing into the treasury, again benefiting all wizards. But it's kind of flowing from memes, literally. Cult NFTs. So again, I was kind of talking about if we own the land, we can create a museum in the metaverse of the Runeverse, where if you are a meme cult member and you have ranked up through the cult by making good shit posts and memes that get upvoted and win, and we'll talk about that kind of selection process later, then you could be a featured artist in our gallery, and obviously that's going to be a renowned gallery because it's built into the game design of your shit had to get voted up and be thought of worthwhile to even be in the meme cult. It really is a meritocracy in that sense, but it's also a an altruistic charitable meritocracy, and we'll discuss the smart contract and social governance used to enforce those things. And really, it's basically like people are shitty and they're gonna cheat if you give them the opportunity to. So we have to bake in charity and selflessness into the code. But also like that gets really boring if everyone's just sucking each other's dicks the whole time. So we have a minister of spite and toxicity to make sure that things are going to be fun and fresh instead of just a kumbaya fest. Because then there's no foil and conflict and there's no fun. So fuck you. Public goods for public goods for the economy. Yeah, I mean, all wizards benefit from this, and you guys get the point. In-game guild, that's the whole point. We buy the land, we share the resources, everyone helps each other in raids. Joe, talk through like your experience in Star Wars Galaxies and like what we're thinking there. Yeah, I'll pull it back up. Yeah, no, it's funny because I keep forgetting that like only 10 people have heard all this before, and then when I hear you say it back, I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. And then I'm like, oh wow, there's people that had no idea that any of this was going on. So anyone have any reactions, questions, comments before we get into the memes miss giveaway recap? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that everything is the self-sucking elephant. The self-succupant is what we've deemed it because it's like a succubus is a demon lord and it's sucking itself off, and there's like an exchange of souls there and shit. But yeah, everything is self-referential and interpenetrating and reinforcing, and the collaborative lore uh, guided by this cult of literal meme lords. Uh, Joe and myself and whoever else is kind of initially in the team by design will be inflated out. And we'll talk about this more in next week's Moron Monday. But in for the tokenomics, we will be inflated slower just by default as governors. You have to create to get issued more schmeckles tokens, whatever the fuck. And so it really starts as a typical top-down pyramid, but then that inverts, and we've got some absurd colorings to like explain the tokenomics and stuff. But it's progressive decentralization, and it kind of inverts the power structure to people who are good at creating things. So all of that to say, for that interpenetrating lore that all reinforces itself and supports Nosferatu being the one true god of the Runeverse, and he's also the anti-hero and the bad guy, it's like the more memes we make, the more true it becomes. And so it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy for Nosferatu being the meme god, and we are the meme lords, and we make memes for him, and he gets more fame, and then he gets written into more stories, and then we control the narrative of him being the anti-hero good guy, of giving money back, and also being, big F you to the man. Our imagination literally becomes reality, in both metaphorical terms in the game, and then also in literal terms, because what Nosferatu stands for can actually be translated to real world value, with eventually, after a number of conversions, dollars. You know, but take that one off the record. Okay, so moving on. If anyone has any more questions on the basic cult, it's not a DAO. DAOs suck. We can riff on that now, or we can get into the meme of the week or teasers for next week. So, anyone, open mic. Yes. Did you want me to full screen that so you could read it, or did you want to? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, cool, cool. All right, so the memes miss postmortem. The winner was Malevolent. Came from behind Zay, and I would share Zay's, but it's video format, and maybe we can watch it if we have a time at the end. He did Der Unfall or Downfall. It was amazing, but Malevolent had this. It really, I think it captures Nosferatu well. It's creepy. It's gross. And then Shroom Lord with the, he made it up in volume. I didn't even get all the memes he posted, but he had some bangers, so he got second. And third was, if anyone read the tweet, in parentheses it said, and one wizard to someone who guesses the inspiration for this meme contest, and the contest was called Fillet a Friend. So if you don't know Bro Job Choo Choo, the green text, you're in for a treat. So congratulations, you two. Now, and Malevolent actually, hats off, gave the wizard to his homie, which was the intent of this competition, was to identify prospects for kind of like the spring combine, finding the best meme lords, or we'll groom meme lords, obviously. So yeah, Malevolent, Shroom Lord, Zay, couple others, Reptar, great efforts, and obviously they'll be moving up the ranks to become meme lords one day, and so that's how you get rewarded. Basically, that's kind of the MVP. Is we design a meme contest, the world decides, and then there's some tricky governance or creative governance on the back end to reward governors and whatnot. Anyone have any questions, comments? Okay, so that was the fun part. But we also I want to like eat crow on this one. Running a contest when you're just like, oh shit, it's Christmas, we should do something, and oh god, we got to launch, and like, we got to start getting people interested. It was completely like ham-fisted, and the rules were changing. Um, but really, the objectives were just to get people who didn't have wizards, and get content made for wizards. Kind of those two basic functions for the meme cult to bootstrap itself. We need attention and uh, rewards for people who can get attention. But it wasn't perfect. Wizard, wizard, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was awesome. All right, so that's enough sucking their dicks. What? Let's talk hype, so we can. I think we're actually taking quite a bit of time, so we can just have free time or recess at the end. So other stuff that we're hyped about. I think Reptar said this. We got the shared lore. It's all connected. Like again, if anyone's not looking at the screen, we have I think a dozen wizards at least where all of their lores are going to be interconnected already, and the more meme lords that we can identify, or people who want to be in the meme cult, can add it to their lore. And like I said, it becomes that self-succulent where every person's entry in the book of lore that mentions Nosferatu makes Nosferatu more notorious, and any worshiper of Nosferatu, if you will, or cult member of Nosferatu, they both, in lockstep, rise in notoriety and recognition. And that's how you create actual income out of a wizard instead of just flipping it. If you're flipping wizards right now, I mean, sure, everyone's got their own game, but if you think that's the long play, you don't quite understand the project, I would say. Um, at me. Land purchase. The meme cult land grab. We will dominate the area just to the south of the Sacred Pillars and north of Dreammaster Lake. That's what we're targeting. We've got some lore that we're working on. Malleus is kind of taking point on like integrating the lore. Yo, what's up? You here, man? All right. Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. So I'll just keep rolling through what has happened up until now, and then we can kind of take it the next step free time. So yeah, anyways, we're looking at this land. I don't know if that's even a city. We know nothing about the land sale. We don't know how much capital we're going to need, but I really don't I really don't see anyone else organizing the Wizards to buy the land. And if we don't, we're really going to screw ourselves by letting Wales own an entire city. And then if you don't have a cult collectively owning the city, then again, I think you just have a lot of churn. It's like you can have a neighborhood with an HOA and you can create Pleasantville and all your neighbors are awesome and everyone keeps their lawn up, or you can just like free for all and let the money come in and you just get a shitty vibe. So, and if you don't like our vibe, then you don't probably belong in this city of memes, which I think is also a nice control mechanism because it's like, oh, those guys are highly offensive assholes. You don't want to be neighbors with us. And I mean, whatever. That's, Nosferatu is kind of the god of the gray and chaos and stuff. And I think that reinforces the lore. It reinforces the real feeling of the world, because it's not just black and white. So whatever. We came up with it. So of course I'm biased and I like it. But if you don't like it, then I don't know. Can't be everything to everyone. But also how we do it, that we do care about. That we definitely want all of the input. But in terms of how to do the DAO to assemble the capital. Colt, this is the best. Yeah, Colt. This is the best idea we've got. All right. More hype continued. We actually have some really badass artists already on the team. These are renderings of. We'll actually have. They were actually 3D assets for some items that we will actually have and we will launch soon. That'll go on mainnet. And if you're getting involved early, we're taking note. And we obviously don't want airdrop farmers because this is all about legitimacy. So you're not going to get shit if you don't contribute anything. But we're also not Temple DAO because we're not a DAO at all. And Temple DAO is stupid. And any walled garden environment is stupid. So you don't even need to be a wizard to be in this Discord, to be in this cult. And you can be rewarded with some of these items that are featured here, and that will help you earn a wizard. So lore not floor, help contribute, and we'll take care of you. And that was the whole purpose of Memesmiths, is to demonstrate that before we even make money, we're giving it away. Yeah, so everyone's being selfless on the team, and if someone doesn't have a wizard, we'll hook you up with some schmeckles and Dragon Balls until you can get one. Actually, we're not going to hook you up with the Dragon Balls. Those have a lot behind them that, well, I'm not going to talk about now. So, anyways, badass stuff. We're super excited about it. It sounds like it with the enthusiasm in my voice, but actually I'm just kind of tired because I've spent like all day making this presentation. Coming up! Shitposts and memes, bootstrap the treasury, attend ETH Denver, and build and launch to mainnet. That's it. What do we got? Free time. Oh. So they're just, you can't even buy a whole city, you just buy all the plots. So as a DAO, we could organize, it's not a DAO, as a collective cult with a treasury, we can organize to sweep the floor on a region. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So it's kind of like BYOL, like hey, everyone buys their own land and they bring it to the cult, and then we kind of organize to try to horse trade to having a common plot, and then we can dominate that area. Uh, that uh, Henry, do you have any insight on that, or was yours more assumption? Meme Town, Meme Town, USA. Straight up the Hershey Highway, Meme Town, USA. Hey, all right. So I mean, everyone, come off mute. Talk amongst yourselves. That's all. Hey, wait, yeah. Talk through the ideas and lore. Yeah, but well, yeah. Two things, and in no specific order. If we can get some feedback, because I mean, we've been in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get the damn cult off, and like I don't think anyone like not many people have reviewed our cult model, but we've spent a hell of a lot of time like devising the game design and the incentive mechanisms and governance mechanisms. And I know we didn't go through all the tokenomics and shit, but did everyone get the basic reason for being in USP of like how it fits in the marketplace and how it reinforces all wizards, even if the wizards aren't down for the cause? Like what's everyone's general feedback there? Because I'm kind of in an echo chamber. Uh, yeah. Yep. There was 300 likes. Okay. Well. Oh, you gotta believe it. Well, and also like that's a good point. And it's like this was our first rodeo, and I mean I only have like I don't know 5 followers, and I mean we're still so early. Forgotten Runes hasn't even. Sorry, I said I have very few followers. I walked away from my mic. We have very few followers. We're super early. Coinbase hasn't even listed yet. The show hasn't even launched yet. I mean, once the show launches and Nosferatu is in it, the memes with him can 100x, 10,000x, right? Like his notoriety is going to immediately go off. And so I think the contest is just a very baby dick version of what it'll be when it grows up. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah, no, and I think that the couple things you said there really stuck out to me. One being kind of collaborative nature and the synergies thereof. Like when we collaborate with the canon lore, like of the Runiverse that Elf and Dota like kind of foster. I wouldn't say they create at all, but they lay the rules and the groundwork for it. If we play in that, but then we also push it, I think, so that it stands out, and then we loop in anyone who's willing to get involved, like you said, and work with other DAOs like the Milk Guild or that's our Milk whatever the Milk DAO or whatever, meme cult, Milk DAO, whatever it is. And yeah, I think if we cross pollinate that way, and like you said, we have Easter eggs or kind of a running start for their character because they had some interaction with the Nosferatans. There's all sorts of interesting things we can do. And someone who's organized and creative like you and has a passion for the lore, I think it makes natural sense for you to kind of like shepherd that. And it fits well with your wizard being very professorial. But yeah, so those are things that we've kind of said, hey, we need to work more on that, but we haven't had the bandwidth nor the foundation to really go after it. And that's what the kicking off of Moron Mondays is enabling, hopefully, is we kind of have these conversations that spark ideas and to-dos, and then throughout the week we can kind of go out and do them. And it also just ties us over into waiting for Wizard Wednesdays and shit. So love it. What you said, not what I said. Yeah, I didn't know though. I didn't know the answer. A couple people in the Discord were saying, is it something about get your lore done in time or something? Yeah, I just realized Zay's not on. Man, that's unfortunate because he had some theories on that. I think. Slim, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think that's the. We can probably wrap up there and let everyone go and, until next week, and the conversation can continue in general chat. But I'm gonna hop off. But yeah, I think the common thread that we keep coming back to, or the touchstone of all of our conversations to build this plan to this point, and then get ready to again open it up a little bit wider to the community to get this feedback, and then put in hard plans and start coding up the back end and front end and shit to really support this being a well running machine. The one touchstone that we keep coming back to is every time we think like, um, oh wow, this is getting pretty big, we realize that we aren't even thinking big enough. This is, like Henry said, the one NFT project that can make it long term, and because of that, and because it is all of fantasy all the entire fantasy genre can fit within the Forgotten Universe, and we can own the meme sect of that. And the we are our own breed, and it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for the super hardcore LARP and fantasy. But it won't also be for the just pure memes, because it's like we can blend both of those together, and we can role play in the world and have a serious raid guild for the MMO and a shared economy of memes and fun stuff. And we were just playing games in the Discord last night, so it becomes a community. But it can be as big as the entire world, because there's literally no borders, and it's anyone who likes fantasy and memes. Boom, they're in the cult at some point. They're a potential audience and also contributor, creator, and benefactor of what we're making. So, yeah, think big, think how you can get involved. Hit us up. Thanks for your time. Love you.